Attention passionate San Francisco 49ers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on San Francisco 49ers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true San Francisco 49ers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and San Francisco 49ers fans. Let's get to the news, fans of the 49ers. Buckle up because the NFL landscape is shifting beneath our feet, and the team from San Francisco is at the heart of it. Rumors are swirling, and whispers from league insiders point to a seismic move that could redefine the NFC West and potentially the entire NFC playoff picture. The 49ers, always aggressive under Shanahan, are making strategic moves to bolster their defense, specifically their pass rush, which has been a critical weakness this season, especially with the devastating injury to Nick Bosa. This move involves acquiring Jalen Phillips from Miami, a player who's been making waves in the league and has the potential to be a game-changer for the 49ers' defensive front. But let's take a step back and understand what this means, not just for the 49ers, but for the entire division and the league at large. So what's actually happening? Well, sources close to the league indicate that the Dolphins, currently 1-5 and tanking after Tua Tagovailoa's injury, are ready to part ways with Phillips. The Dolphins, who are struggling to find consistency this season, see an opportunity to rebuild and get draft capital in return. They're sending Phillips, a talented edge rusher drafted in 2021 out of Miami, along with a second-round pick in 2026, to the 49ers. And that's not all. The Niners are also acquiring Yetur Gross-Matos. This isn't just a minor shakeup. It's a calculated move to inject youth and explosiveness into a defensive line that's desperately in need of a boost. Now, why is this such a big deal? Well, for starters, the 49ers are currently sitting at 4-2, and they're all in this season. They've got a chance to make a serious push for another Super Bowl appearance, but with Nick Bosa out for the season after tearing his ACL, their pass rush has taken a huge hit. Bosa's absence is a massive blow, as he's been the cornerstone of their defense, leading the league in sacks and setting the tone for their defensive unit. Without him, the 49ers have struggled to generate the same pressure, and that's where Phillips comes into play. This guy isn't just a role player. He's an elite talent who's been dominating in his last seasons, especially in 2025, when he's been putting up some eye-popping stats. In that season, Phillips has recorded 17 tackles solo, which ranks him around 30th among edge defenders, but the real story is his 7 sacks, ranking 5th in the league. He's also forced 2 fumbles, and his EPA per snap, which measures his impact on the game, is an elite plus 0.18. His PFF grade for 2025 is an impressive 86. 2, placing him among the top players at his position. What makes Phillips so dangerous? Well, for starters, his ability to rush the passer is elite. He has a hurry rate of 14%, which puts him in the top 15 league-wide, and pressures totaling 75, which place him in the top 10 among edge rushers. His win rate at the point of attack is around 19%, also in the top 20, and he's double-teamed just 26% of the time, meaning he's often winning his battles one-on-one. His yards after contact allowed are just 2 yards per tackle, again, top 10. And when pressured, quarterbacks complete only 48% of their passes against him, also in the top 10. This is a player who can disrupt an entire offensive scheme, and with his burst off the line, comparable to peak Von Miller during his Rams days, Phillips can really change a game. In terms of career, Phillips has accumulated 35 sacks and 50 tackles for loss, with a bend-arc win rate of 60%, which is very high for an edge rusher. His EPA versus the run is 12, indicating he's effective against both the pass and the run, a versatile threat that Shanahan's defense can't afford to pass up. Despite some chronic injuries, including recovering from an Achilles tear in 2024 and a knee injury that caused him to miss a game, Phillips has shown resilience and a high ceiling, reminiscent of the top-tier pass rushers like Von Miller at his peak. What's exciting is that the Dolphins, who are in a rebuilding phase and have little hope for playoff contention this year, are willing to trade away a player of Phillips's caliber, signaling that they're prioritizing draft capital and youth development. But for the 49ers, This is a game-changing acquisition. With Phillips joining a defensive line that already includes Hargrave, who's racked up 5 sacks in 2025, and a duo featuring Nick Bosa's replacement, the team is looking at a significant boost in their pass rush numbers. The projection is that Phillips can add around 10 sacks to the team's total, elevating their overall pressure and forcing quarterbacks into quick, uncomfortable throws. The impact on the 49ers defense could be profound, especially considering how their run defense has improved from 110 yards allowed per game last year to just 80 yards this season, thanks to their front's ability to control the line of scrimmage. The combination of Phillips's speed, agility, and relentless pursuit could push their sacks per game from around 3 to over 4-5, making their pass rush one of the league's most feared. The implications stretch beyond individual stats. This move could be a strategic step towards a deep playoff run, possibly even a Super Bowl appearance. The 49ers, with Shanahan's innovative offense and now a potentially dominant pass rush, are shaping up as serious contenders. The odds for the Super Bowl are already shifting, with the 49ers moving from plus 600 to plus 300, and they now sit as NFC favorites at plus 100. Why? Because adding Phillips isn't just about boosting the pass rush. It's about elevating their entire defense's efficiency. When you have a versatile rusher who can beat tackles with speed and power, it opens up opportunities for the entire front seven, allowing Fred Warner to roam freer and for the secondary to play more aggressively. This move makes the 49ers not just a team with a good defense, but a legit championship contender, especially against mobile quarterbacks like Stafford, where Phillips's speed can be a nightmare. Now, let's talk a little about the broader NFL landscape. The Dolphins are clearly in a rebuild, and their decision to trade Phillips aligns with their tanking strategy to secure a top draft pick. But it's a risk. Losing Phillips could weaken their pass rush significantly, especially if pressures drop by around 12%, similar to what happened with the Raiders after Crosby was injured. Their defense, which is already 26th in points allowed at 27 per game, might become even more vulnerable, exposing Tua Tagovailoa to more sacks, which has already happened 20 times in 2025. It's a gamble, but for the Dolphins, it's part of a longer-term plan to build through the draft and develop young talent. Back in San Francisco, the front office's move is clearly aimed at maximizing their Super Bowl window. With Bosa out, the team's pass rush was already under pressure, but acquiring Phillips, a young, elite edge rusher, signals their commitment to staying at the top. The projected impact isn't just in sacks, but in overall defensive EPA, where their numbers could jump by plus 30%, especially against quarterbacks who rely on mobility like Stafford. The big picture here is that this move could push the 49ers from being good to being unbeatable, especially in high-stakes playoff games at Levi's Stadium. Shanahan's genius as a coach combined with this new talent creates a perfect storm for a deep postseason run. In the grand scheme, this trade could be the pivot point for the 49ers to cement their dynasty aspirations. It's a bold, visionary move that shows they're not afraid to shake things up, even if it means sacrificing draft picks and taking some risks. Meanwhile, the Dolphins, in their rebuild, are tanking for a future star, betting on the long-term gains. But for us fans, what matters most is the immediate impact. This trade makes the 49ers not just a team to watch, but one that could redefine the NFC landscape for years to come. They're stacking the deck, building a defense that's versatile, relentless, and unstoppable when firing on all cylinders. And now, San Francisco 49ers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this bold move? Do you believe Phillips can be the X factor that pushes the 49ers over the edge and back into Super Bowl glory? Are you excited about the potential of this defense and Shanahan's strategy? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the team. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates, inside scoops, and expert analysis on everything happening around the 49ers. Stay tuned, because this season is shaping up to be one of the most exciting in recent memory. And with these moves, San Francisco is positioning itself as a true powerhouse that could dominate the league's narrative for years to come.